evening. How you doing?
Popo.
Yes, so
Like Inisi would always say, how are you doing? How
I
are you
am wonderful.
doing?
How are you doing too as well?
I'm okay. So I want to ask genuinely, physically, mentally, emotionally, how are you doing? Genuinely, how are you doing?
Physically stressed, but I believe that it all comes with the whole, current
Mm-hmm.
situation of things are mentally.
Not celebrate it, you know?
Yeah, so mentally, I am okay, which I'm really grateful for. I have great support system. I have a wonderful family, great friends, so I'm actually really happy for that. Generally, I'm actually okay, just overwhelmed with the love and the whole appreciation with everything going on.
Nice, 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 nice. That's very, very good. Thank you very much for entertaining us for the whole 10th week. I mean, Kola was in
I
everybody's
entertain.
name. You don't know. See, let me tell you something. I think one thing people need to understand is that I don't think it's about doing anything much. Some things you do, people just find it fascinating. Like the fact that you are just your person and you are just there, people find it fascinating. So trust me, you entertained people. You were in everybody's name from week 1 to the end of the week. So that's entertainment. So I mean, you should be proud
No,
of yourself.
I do appreciate it. I know, but it's just
Exactly.
that because when you're in the house, it feels different from when you're outside. So a lot of times,
Definitely.
there were lots of bass boosts. I'm not a bass boost person. I don't like wahala. I like
Mm-hmm.
peace. So
We
to
saw
me, I
that.
felt like when I came out, I was like, wait, what did I? I
What's
kept on
going
wondering in the
on?
house. What am I? But I'm
Right.
really grateful that people saw me for me. My nights were there to keep me all through till the end, and I'm really
Mm-hmm.
grateful for the opportunity.
Nice, nice, nice. Nice to have you here today, and we're really proud of you. Let me tell you something. We're very, very proud of you. So let's quickly go into it on what we have
Okay.
here. The first question here is saying that, Kola, when you told
Mm-hmm.
Bright that you did something with Dede, and it was more than a kiss. I don't know if you remember the conversation. They want you to clarify what exactly happened during that conversation because it looks like you didn't clarify it. So what
Yeah,
really
to be
happened?
honest, like I'm not just I'm focused more now on me, what I have what I have plans for myself. The
Mm-hmm.
show once the show ended, that was game over. Everything is done. We're having a wonderful time out here, and I'm focused on myself and my career. To be honest.
Okay, but we need to ask about questions on the show too.
No, no,
So
no.
how do we
I
navigate
do
it?
understand. I do
Okay.
understand, but right now I'm just like focused on me more. That's all.
Okay. A lot of fans says that you were more consistent with chaos, even though you seems very, very quiet. Was that a strategy for you, or it was just your person? Especially when it comes to saying this, saying that, telling this person, telling this person. Was that like a strategy, or that's who you are as a person?
So I would say that when we got on the show and we were all alone for a long time, and normally on the outside world, you would close to you would talk to family members. I came on that show, I didn't have anyone to talk to. So it was more like, and I couldn't trust anybody literally because it's a game whereby I just met all these people. So it was like, you know what? And for me, personally, it's quite therapeutic to have conversations about
Mm-hmm.
things because in the house, and I find it very interesting because maybe I was getting more screen time with what I was saying, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like everyone was literally doing the same thing too as well. But I'm confused how mine is much more, out there like that. I feel like a lot of people in the house were saying other things about people, we're having conversations, but the camera can show every single thing
Mm-hmm.
at once.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was giving main character, I don't know, but I felt
Mm-hmm.
like I know for sure that I was not the only one having conversations
Having
like that.
conversations. Interesting, interesting. Okay, there's also a question that says that we hear a lot of times when people call you a people pleaser in the house. Do you think you're a people's pleaser, or you just like to make clarity? You just like to clarify things when you're hearing certain things in the house?
I'm not a people's pleaser. That one thing for sure is certain. I don't need anything from anybody in the house. I was
Mm-hmm.
very secure with who I was. I know, like I was very confident with myself. I come from love, so I never felt like I needed to please anybody for anything. I was very okay with it. I would say that a lot of times I like peace, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was never somebody I feel like a lot of times the drama in the house was very performative. It was very theatrical. It was like little minute things became a huge thing. And to me, I was like, what exactly is the issue? What exactly is going on? Why are there people who are just like the things that people were fighting about was like Kilo Day, what is really going on here? So to me personally, it wasn't like I was trying to be a people's pleaser or whatever it is. I feel like people that say those things are projecting their own.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they felt. Because I never felt that way. I never had all through the game, all through the whole show, I was very calm with everybody. I wanted peace. Like I was always just like saying, you know what, I'm not going to go through the shrouds. I know where I'm coming from. Like my dad would always say, when you know where you're coming from, you know where you're going to.
Definitely.
So that we're not just, people would assume what they want to assume, right? And when people say things about I hear people say things like, oh, I was an ass licker. Okay, let's define this term. When we say people's pleaser, let's define it because I want to get an understanding of it. Because at the end of the day, I was doing me. I was very okay. I was a very social person in the house. I had made lots of friends in the house.
Definitely.
And because I'm actually a social butterfly. So it was like, you know what? I'm going to mingle, but at the end of the day, I could not trust anybody 100%. So well, that's why sometimes when every time I had conversations with people, there are two things involved. There's gisting and there's gossip. I personally feel like I never said anything derogatory about anybody. It was more like me just gisting about what was going on in the house because there are no phones. There's nothing. All we can do is literally gist. And that was like, I'll talk about what was going on in the house basically.
Interesting. All right. So, what was that thing that you think after you're out of the house, you believe people misunderstood about you, about your person?
To be honest with you, like something's going on. To be very honest, I don't care what anyone says about me. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, how they feel about what they feel, and that's what it is. I'm outside here. I'm about to, I want the world to see me for me. I want to, focus on my career, what God has in store for me, and I'm really excited for, everything that is like. I couldn't care less because at the end of the day, life, people will always have an opinion about you. Even if you didn't do anything, people would have still had an opinion about you, and that is fine. Their opinion does not define you. Once you know who you are, once you know yourself, and you know your worth, that's the most important thing.
All right, and lastly, this question is on Emisi. The person said, now that you're out of the house and you say that, do you see Emisi differently when it comes to your siblingship, your friendship? Do you think she got you while in the house, and do you think she's going to get you while being outside the house?
Emisi is my guy. Emisi is somebody who cared about me all through that show. You guys, like, literally would be in both different teams. Emisi will be rooting for me. It never happened with any other housemate, someone rooting for another person. Even people that were possibly in ships, everybody was rooting for themselves regardless of it at the end of the day. But to find somebody who genuinely was rooting for me, even despite it all, it meant the world to me. And that is not even, it's a platonic thing for me that I will always appreciate for the rest of my life. I never saw her that way. I saw her that's why I called her my sister. I couldn't call her my best friend. I couldn't call her a friend. I called her my sister because that is what a sister would do. I have sisters in my life and I know that's what they do for me too. So Emisi was somebody that will always be my sister. I would always appreciate her, and she will always be someone that I will always look out for because I know that the genuinity between our friendships is very, very pure.
Okay. All right. So what should we be looking for to remember Kola for outside the house now? What's the thing that we should be looking forward to right now?
Yes, so I would say that I'm still going to be in the fashion space because CACOP is still inevitable. So, I'm still going to be in the fashion space. I'm still going to go into TV hosting. I was a brand influencer, content creator.
Yeah, we saw that too.
Yeah, before I left the house, I was doing amazingly well with working with brands, and I was building a brand for myself too. So this platform was a
wonderful one. Yeah.
And get more exposure, more visibility. That is why right now all I care about is that the show has ended, the show is over, and I'm focused on me, myself, and I. So TV hosting, acting, because I noticed that people enjoyed my theatrical which I didn't know it was a thing, but people were really confused with that too. But at the same time, I'm happy that was the case. At the end of the day, it's a reality TV show, and then whereby I'm grateful for the experience. It's never something that you prepare for or you plan for, but I'm grateful that my nines were there for me. My nines stood by me. My nines understood me. They saw me for who I really was, and they never, ever, ever, left me. So that's one thing I'm really, really grateful for. At the end of the day, we're not perfect. We all have our
Yes.
flaws, we all have our
The human
imperfections,
being,
every single
definitely.
person. So even people rooting for other people and everyone has their flaws, and that is the beauty of life. We're not perfect. If everyone was perfect,
Yes.
this world might not even be a perfect place for us to live in, if we're being honest.
Definitely.
So I'm grateful
Definitely.
for everything, and that's it.
Definitely. Also, before you go, one word for the people that supported you, people that were rooting for you back to back till the day you left the house before you leave.
One word for them is I am full of gratitude. That I cannot when I was in the house, I never would have imagined, because in the house people felt, I don't think people really saw me, like I didn't feel like I was quite a character or someone who was quite like a serious
See,
person. Yeah, like I just saw
see,
people
my
just saw
sister
me.
was seeing you as a winner. You are not. My sister keeps saying,
That's
"Why
what I'm
is
saying.
my sister
I
said,
was
why is
shocked.
nobody rooting for Kola to win?" I'm like,
No, because
"No,
because
trust me."
a lot of people,
See you.
when people were giving their top five, top this,
Mm-hmm.
I never was in there. I was never, so I just felt, you know what? That was why when I got to the finale, I was actually shocked. You guys saw my expression. I was like, I'm actually in the finale. Like it shocked me to my bone marrow. So I would say that my nines are my heart. My nines, they are my are people who I'll always be there for, and that's pretty much it.
Interesting. All right. Thank you very much for joining us, and we
Yeah.
hope you have a wonderful evening. And we are rooting for you. And just know that there is a lot of
Thank you
love
so
out
much.
there. We're rooting for you
Thank you so
every
much.
day,
I think
any
it's,
day, anytime. Do have a wonderful
yeah,
evening.
that's good.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
one. Bye.
Bye. Hello, Dede. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you doing also?
Very good. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
interesting. I know you're a woman of few words. So I'm going to be as so I'm going to be as few as I can. So I'm going to start with asking how you are genuinely, physically, mentally,
Yeah.
emotionally. How is
Yeah.
Dede doing right now?
Thank you so much. You're one of the few persons that have asked me that question, so I really appreciate it. I'm doing very good, very, very good, surrounded with so much love, and that is something that every single one of us deserves right now. So I'm good generally, and once again, thank you so much. How are you doing?
I exhausted, but I mean we're moving. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we have a lot of questions for you, but we're going to keep it as short. Like I said, I know you're a woman of few words,
Okay.
so I'm going to keep it as short as I can. And I know you're also tired from a lot of media
Let's do
media
it.
rounds. Exactly. So the first one here says that, who is that one person you'd like to remain friends with outside the house? Let's start with that.
So right now there's a lot going on, and I haven't really had the opportunity to experience anybody outside of the house because of the media around. So everything is just really buzzing, and we haven't really had time to reach out to people or to have actual conversations. But for now, I'm very open-minded. There's no one in particular, but I'm open-minded.
Interesting. Okay, so this question says, can you tell us more about Dede? Because we were seeing Dede, but we're not sure if Dede, what we're seeing about Dede is who Dede is. So can you just briefly tell us more about Dede? Because the Dede we saw on the show, is that who Dede is in terms of your person, your character, how you speak, how you react to things? Is that who Dede is in real life?
Okay, so I was in the house for 72 days, so it's almost impossible for us to put up a show for 72 days. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, I'm just saying that it's almost impossible. So yeah, that is who Dede is. Maybe a little more calmer. I mean, now I haven't shouted in like few days. Every day in the house, I have screamed, I have shouted. So I have maybe except the being very loud. It's like everybody in the house or bad days. So you have to follow up with every single person. But yeah, that is who Dede is. And a little bit more, I think in the outside, which is in the real world, I am more compassionate. I mean, this Dede doesn't show feelings. I mean, I that's who I am. But out here, it's just like, I don't feel like there are people out to like, I mean, it was a game. We're in a game house, so everybody was playing their games. But right now, I am more, okay, it is a normal word. So nobody is actually playing games, and I don't have to clock people's tea. and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, that is who Dede is.
Interesting. This one says that at the time you have made a statement about you not coming on the show for friendship, but for yourself.
Yeah.
Is there any time it felt like your female friendships in the house were just more of convenience, or you were just having your own person for the house? Was it from a place of genuineness? Yeah, that's what this question says.
Yeah. So the thing is, we cannot, if every single one of us came to the house for the money. Like,
Yes.
let's be real. That is the reason. That is why we auditioned. That's why we are here. So me saying that is to say that I would not push anything. I would not push boundaries. I would not leave or for one day decide to compromise why I am in the house because of things that probably would not matter after 72 days. And it also goes to how I respond to things. It goes to the response people get from me, the way people think they can trigger me, or the way they feel like, oh, I can get to this person, or I need to get this particular reaction from that person. So it boils down to what you give and what you take from me. Me saying, oh yeah, I'm not here for friendship, it means there are things that I just cannot do, that I wish and I pray I don't do in the house. Is what I didn't. So and the few friendships I feel like I had in the house were 100% true. It was not out of convenience, it was not out of the game, it was what it is. It just was what it is. It was never a game thing. I mean, friendships never actually take you to the finale, or you nobody says, oh, because they are friends she's going to win the money. It's not a thing. So it was never a thing of convenience. It was real.
Interesting. Okay, so what should we be expecting from Dede going forward, outside the house? Although we see you fashion girly, you want to go into the fashion shows and all of that, but what should we be looking forward to right now as you're out of the house?
Okay, it's very important for me to put it out there that I do not want to limit myself to things that I am known for. That is to say that I would definitely go into that. That is who I am. That is the path I have chosen to take. But at the same time, there are no limitations when it comes to dating. I am open-minded to anything. I am open-minded to improve, to learn, to align with whatever job or whatever opportunity that comes my way. So I can't say this is the one thing I know that I'm going to do for sure. Fashion is I live for fashion. Fashion is one way that I think is very expressive. You can tell when I'm sad or when I'm happy from the things that I wear, but only me can. But it is something that is very expressive to me. But other than that, I want to be in places where I never imagined to be. So I had a conversation about being on TVs, just doing TV screen time jobs and stuff like that. And that is something that I realized that I actually do enjoy from the Big Brother house. And I'm very open-minded to being a TV girl, a fashion girl, whatever opportunity that's a big, small, helping, just giving and taking at the same time. I am very open-minded to learn and relearn and have fun.
All right, that's good. Before we finish, I want to just read some of the things that people have been saying to you. I love you so much from Benada.
Oh, thank you.
Yeme said, Dede, you will be very successful. I pray that for you. There's a lot of flowers for you. There is from Key Party.
Thank you guys.
Exactly. So there's a lot of love out there for you, and I want you to know that you should hold on to that love. Don't we get exercise? Now, I mean, a love like this.
That's why we're here.
Exactly. We see that you're ready. So we're saying, go, girl. Thank you very much for gracing us on the screen.
Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate this, and I feel blessed to be here. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
And you too. Bye.
Bye.